Back from the timeout, it's Daniel Sally. jumper. That one's no good. Flowers flies in for the offensive rebound. Now it's knocked loose, tipped around, and pulled down by Brandon Cotton. Providence with it back, still no score, 0-0, 18 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half. Cotton takes it up the floor, works his way to the middle of the key. He's guarded by Campbell. Cotton working to the edge, goes to Darko Kelly on the wing, guarded by Flowers. Darko Kelly takes Flowers off the dribble, goes baseline, gets it out to Stocks, now to Cotton. Cotton pump fakes, he drives in, puts up a runner. That one's no good, tipped up by Hashley, that's no good. He gets another offensive board, that's no good. Hashley misses on 3 straight tries. Okeke gets the rebound, and he gets it up the court quickly. He gets it back to Campbell, and Campbell will set up the offense. Flowers with it now, he drives, puts up a runner, that one's blocked, and it hits off of Flowers, goes out of bounds. That'll be a turnover by the Saints. Providence will get it back.
And Dennis a little excited there. Just there wasn't really much of a lane there.
Still scoreless, 0-0. 18 minutes left in the first half. Zacchaeus Darko Kelly taking it up the court for Providence. The reigning 3-time National Player of the Week. He gets picked up by Campbell, gets it inside to Hashley. Hashley out to Fowler, swinging around. Darko Kelly, open look from 3. Nice late closeout by Okeke. Slavankinen tips it around, but Hashley comes down with it, puts it back up for 2, and the Argos strike first, 2-0 with 17 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Shamrock Campbell running point now for the Saints. He gets a screen, high ball from Slavankinen. Flowers gets it back to Slavankinen. He gets a spin move and gets it back out to Campbell. Jovan with it again. Jab steps from the corner, works his way to the corner, drives baseline, posts up on Hashley, gets it out to Warp. 5 on the shot clock. Warp takes Cotton one-on-one, gets it to Okeke. He goes underneath the basket. What a move by Ifani, and that's 2 points. It's back even at 2-2 with 17-10 left in the first half. Darko Kelly will take it up the court again for the Argos. He gets it to Fowler. Fowler drives on Warp, pull-up jumper, and that's good for 2. Dawson Fowler, this redshirt freshman out of Belgrade,
and he is under control.
Lead.
He's not very big, but he's pretty explosive. He's got good hops and under control.
Running point is Shamrock Campbell again. Campbell gets it over to Slavankinen on the wing. Slavankinen picks up his dribble. Saints got to move, get something. He finds Flowers in the corner. Pull-up jumper from Flowers. That's no good. Rebounded by Darko Kelly. Another nice look for the Saints with nothing to show for as Darko Kelly hustles it down to the other end for Providence. Darko Kelly picked up by Campbell. He gets it off to Cotton. Cotton goes over the top looking for Ashley. It's knocked loose by Warp. Stolen by Slavankinen.
Upside defense. Good get by Dane Warp there.
Campbell gets off to Flowers as Coach Paulson calls out, get to the rim. Slavankinen forces the issue, kicks it out, but Flowers is wide open for 3. Got it! Babyface buckets, knocks it down for 3, and the Saints take the lead back 5-4 with 16-10 left in the first half. Darko Kelly will take it up the court again for the Argos. He gets it over the wing with it is Brandon Cotton. Cotton drives to the hoop, puts up a little teardrop. That's no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Campbell's got it. He gets it to Okeke. The Saints are off to the races. Okeke Flowers thinks about the 3 from the wing. Instead finds a cutting Slavankinen off the glass, and it's good. Nice poise by Flowers to find the cutting Jovan. 4-2, 7-4, the Saints lead. Brandon Cotton on the other end gets it back over to Darko Kelly. Darko Kelly setting up the offense. He's guarded by Warp now. He drives, goes up with it, and they'll say that's on the floor. Darko Kelly kind of stepped through that one after the contact and put it up. It would have been an and one.
I thought it should have been an and one.
I agree.
And Coach Keller did too, but I thought it should have been.
Well, the Argos will inbound from the baseline. And, I tell you what, Coach Keller, it's fun to sit right next to him during some of these close games. Brandon Cotton will inbound. And an offensive foul called right after on Darko Kelly as he was trying to set a pick, I believe. And we always talk about the emphasis that's been being put on the moving screens this year in college basketball.
That wasn't much there. That was an out-of-bounds play, not much moving screen, but you're right. That is the big call in college basketball now, is that moving screen.
7-4, the Saints in the lead. Looking to add Brendan Temple in the game now. He's got it, posting up on Hashley. He goes up and under. Nice move by Temple. He gets the ball back, saves it from going out of bounds to Campbell. 10 on the shot clock for the Saints. Campbell goes behind the back on Fowler, gets to Ramirez. Shot clock down to 8. Ramirez drives. Nice move, and Ramirez buries the runner. Good for 2. 9-4. The Saints now lead by 5. Darko Kelly taking it up the court. Campbell guarding Darko Kelly. They switch him on to Temple. Temple guarding Darko Kelly on the outside. Step back 3. Nice defense there by Temple to get the hand in. Rebound by Slavankinen, and he's got it. He'll take it up the court. He goes inside to Temple. Loose ball. Temple gets it back out to Ramirez. Open look for 3. Got it! Gavin Ramirez, the freshman, knocking it down. He'll hot dog his way back down the floor, and it's a 12-4 8-point lead. 30-second timeout called by Coach Keller. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. And what a great job Coach Turcotte, the Saints have done, especially defensively, to start out this ball game.
Yeah, and I think transition defense, the Argos have not been at their peak. You know, they love to run from defense to offensive end, but you also got to run back at the defensive end. And Carroll's gotten 5 points there, just not getting back. The Argos not getting back, not getting matched up, and giving open looks.
And I'll tell you, this isn't exactly how the game started last week in LC, but similar in how the Saints are defending Providence. This is exactly what they did last weekend, and they are doing such a great job switching in and out of screens and making the Providence players uncomfortable.
And the other thing, too, Daniel, that you talked about, I listened to you on the radio last week, was the press. The press has bothered the Argos a little bit. It's just kind of got them out of sync. And sometimes it's a zone press, sometimes it's a man press, but it's been a factor.
Argos out of the timeout, taking up the court. Darko Kelly sends it across the court to Rashid Stocks, and he makes it pay. Knocks down the deep three to give the Argos their first bucket in 3 minutes. 12-7, the Saints lead cut back to 5. 14-20 remaining here in the first half. It's Shamrock Campbell setting up the point for the Saints. He works it from the wing up to the top to Dane Warp. Warp takes the three. Got it! Dane Warp knocks it down, picking up right where he left off. 15-7, the Saints lead is back up to 8. Darko Kelly up the court again. He goes inside for Hashley.
Ooh.
Shamrock Campbell knocks it loose, and he got called for a foul. And you know he's not happy with the call. If you see Shamrock Campbell lash out even a little bit.
Well, that time they ran the high screen and roll, and Shamrock got switched off on Hashley, and I thought he had a pretty clean pick, pretty clean steal.
Shamrock Campbell's making his coin these last couple weeks guarding bigs.
Yeah.
He's told me in Lewiston last week, he's up for the challenge. Darko Kelly's pass stolen by Warp. Here comes Warp, pump fakes, goes up with it off the glass, no good. Campbell gets the offensive rebound. Good hustle there by Shamrock. He gets it over to Ramirez, and the Saints will now set up the offense at the top of the key. Slavankinen with it. He goes back to Campbell. 12 on the shot clock. Campbell to Ramirez again. Ramirez inside to Temple, who'll post up. Out to Slavankinen. He pump fakes, makes Hashley miss, but he travels, and that'll be a turnover on the Saints.
You know, sometimes I don't know what the referees look at when they call traveling. I really don't. Are they really looking at the feet? Because his feet did move. It was a quick move. But you know it's traveling when the referee puts his hand up by one hand and then makes a circle sound with his arms. That's traveling. We'll
go ahead and stay here for this timeout as the Saints lead 15-7, 13 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half. And the display of talent we have in front of us tonight is just wonderful. And both teams playing some really solid basketball to start, but the Saints, you know, if you're Coach Paulson, you got to feel good about how you started this ball game, up by 8, 7 minutes in.
Well, they are playing good defense. Now, the last 2 times the Argos have played better offensively, Carroll's got to front Hashley. So when you front him, you've got to play real good help side defense because you have to stop the lob. And that time, what got the Argos to 3 is they skipped it across, and our help side defender who was trying to stop the lob couldn't get back to his man, and that's how Strong got the 3 off.
It's been a great game up to this point, and like I said, as we look at the standings, LC State has all but clinched that first spot as they're 2 games ahead of both Carroll and Providence. But playing for second place right now, this is a very important game for both of these teams as the Saints look to maybe seal second place tonight with a victory, and this is the best way to start the game.
Well, it really is. Now, both teams right now probably figured they're going to make the national tournament. I mean, it's not a guaranteed, but it's probably, 85, 90%.
I think the Saints kind of sealed that last weekend.
Yeah, so the little bit of pressure's off, but boy, they would certainly like to win this one, both teams. It's a big rivalry, 90 miles away.
Keller versus Carroll. The rivalry is old as time.
It is old as time. And, 2 Catholic schools, 2 classy programs. It's a big game.
15-7, the Saints in the lead, and Providence will inbound out of the timeout. It'll be Fowler passing it in to Darko Kelly. Darko Kelly will be the one to take the ball up. As we've mentioned, he's runs the point, and media timeout still going on as my boy Jamin over there serving as the Red Hat tonight. He's a great guy. But Darko Kelly will take it up the court for Providence now as we're back. Kelly guarded by guarded by Ramirez now as he sends a cross-court pass to Brandon Cotton. And Brandon Cotton's the one who killed us last time when they played in Great Falls. He knocks that three down. It's back to a 5-point Carroll lead, 15-10. OKK gives it over to Campbell, and Campbell will set up the offense for the Saints. Campbell, guarded by Fowler, gets a screen, works off it, gets it to Slovankin. Slovankin at the top of the key, takes Hashley off the dribble, dumps it off to OKK. Now to Ramirez. Ramirez goes up with it. It's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Argos. The Saints will inbound from the baseline with 11 seconds left on the shot clock. It'll be Campbell to inbound. Campbell, Flowers, Ramirez, OKK, and Slovankin on the court right now. Dane Warp getting a quick rest. OKK works to the top. He finds Ramirez cutting. Ramirez runner, no good. He gets his own rebound, pulls it down out to Campbell. Campbell for three. Got it! Shamrock Campbell feeling lucky. He knocks it down, and the Saints lead just like that is right back to 8, 18-10. Brandon Cotton rushes it down to the other end of the floor, gets it to Fowler. Fowler to the top of the key. As it is Campbell, like I said, guarding bigs these days, fronting on Hashley, trying to deny the ball. Darko Kelly at the top of the key. He's guarded by Slovankin. Slovankin over to Stocks. Stocks guarded by OKK at the top of the key. He passes it over to Cotton. Cotton on Ramirez. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cotton drives up with his left. No good. Good defense, but a rebound by Hashley. He puts it back in for two, and then he cuts it back to a 6-point.
Hashley scattered bodies to get that offensive rebound. Just scattered them.
18-12. The Saints in the lead. Right now with it is Dennis Flowers. He goes to Campbell. Campbell setting up the offense. Shot clock back down to 15. Campbell to Slovankin. Slovankin, you can tell he's thinking about that three every time he gets it. Hashley giving him some space. He takes him off the dribble. Out to Flowers he goes. Flowers pulls up for three. That one's no good. Ramirez can't pull down the offensive rebound. It's Hashley who gets it. Outlet pass to Darko Kelly. He finds Cotton. Cotton drives, kicks to Fowler for three. No good. Rebounded by OKK, and it'll be Shamrock Campbell slowing it down and getting it back up the court for the Saints. Campbell goes to the wing. With it is Ramirez. Slovankin passes it up to the top to Flowers. Dennis Flowers III having an outstanding freshman campaign. He gets a pick, drives, puts up a runner, off the glass, no good. It's tipped back out by OKK. Campbell gets it to Slovankin for three. That's no good. That one's tipped out by Ramirez, and Hashley comes down with the long rebound this time. As Hashley showing off his ball handling skills, he dribbles it up the court, and he is fouled by the Saints.
Hashley's very deceptive. He's a basketball player. He's not just an inside guy.
No.
He can do a lot of things for you.
He looks like an offensive lineman, but he plays like a wide receiver. And that's not me saying he's not physical. He's a very physical basketball player, but he's got a lot more finesse in his game, like you said, than people realize, I think. Inbounding the ball is Providence. Fowler looking to get it inside. He gets it to Currington. Currington, the CMR grad, freshman guard for Coach Keller. He's guarded by Flowers at the top of the key. Currington takes him off the dribble, takes the runner, no good. Long rebound by Fowler. Fowler guarded by Warp. He knocks it loose. It's stolen by OKK. Nice turnover forced there by the Saints. OKK gets it up, goes to Hillman. Hillman pulls up for three, and that's no good. Long rebound, Dane Warp, and the Saints are destroying the offensive glass. Warp finds a cutting Hillman. Hillman pump fakes, gets it out to OKK. They swing it around. Flowers open look from the top. He pump fakes, drives, puts it up off the glass, and what a move to the hole by Dennis Flowers III.
Great shot fake. He's got a real nice shot fake move.
Dennis Flowers doing his thing tonight as Hashley gets it on the other end. Swings it out to Fowler, now to Darko Kelly. Darko Kelly looking to drive. It's stolen by Flowers. Flowers has it 1-on-3. He'll pull it back, get it up to Warp. Warp in transition. No look pass to Campbell for three, and that's no good off the rim. Rebounded by Caleb Currington, and Providence has it back. Darko Kelly taking it up the court again for the Argos. Darko Kelly guarded by OKK. He gets it to Currington. Back to Darko Kelly. Three-pointer up, and he knocks it down. His first bucket of the ball game. And a sub coming out will be Joel Thabize. 30-second timeout called. We'll see if they work this to a media. And I couldn't tell there. It looks like they did. So we'll go ahead and step aside. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Carroll leads 20-15 here on Rewind 94.9. Saints working it up the court as they get it after the timeout. Loose ball thrown away, and it's stolen by the Argos. Darko Kelly comes up with it, and he'll take it up the court. 20-15. Carroll leads by 5. Darko Kelly takes it in, looks for a backdoor pass to Thabize, and he throws it out of bounds. And the Saints, you can tell, just like last Saturday, they are just frustrating, nitpicking, getting under the skin like an annoying little brother
they can
in
guard.
this game.
And I talked to Coach Keller before the game, and he said Carroll can really guard, no doubt about it.
Coach Paulson preaching that culture of defense. He learns from the best, and Coach Gary Turcotte, of course. Taking it up the court again is Dennis Flowers, running point for the Saints. Flowers gets it to the wing. With it is Okeke. Okeke looks for Warp, and that one's knocked loose by Fowler. Fowler will book it down the court again for Providence. He pump fakes, gets it to Thabize. Thabize to Darko Kelly. Darko Kelly guarded by Ramirez. He pulls up from way deep, and he buries it.
Yeah.
Wow. That was probably 35 feet.
Oh, my goodness.
Drilled it. Dennis Flowers will take it up the court at the other end. Goes to Hillman. Hillman to Warp now. Warp guarded by Fowler. He goes and puts it up, and that one's blocked by Thabize. But I believe they're going to get Fowler on the shot there. A little body contact. And a good job by Dane Warp leaning in and drawing that contact there. Warp will shoot 2.
I thought it was a pretty good block.
It was a great block.
Yeah, I don't.
The help defense there was excellent.
Yeah,
Warp step into the free throw line. Big fan of the Saints coming out in their gray alternate uniforms tonight, as we'll have a sub check in. It's Jacob Wetzel checking in for Providence, the three-point sniper, as the Providence looks for some more offense.
And the Argos, that's like a navy with like an Oregon green, isn't it? That's their Argo uniform.
They look like the Seattle Seahawks.
They do. There you go.
Warp's second free throw up and no good, so he splits the pair, 21-18. 8:40 left in the first half. Darko Kelly takes it up, gives it off to Cotton. Cotton guarded by Slavankinen. He takes it in, kicks it out to Currington. Currington for 3, and he knocks it down. Good defense by Warp. Not much they could do about that one, but we got a tie ball game once again, 21-21 with 8:25 left here in the first half.
I don't remember Currington being that kind of shooter. Just that's another freshman. They're playing 3 freshmen.
Warp gives it off to Slavankinen. Jovan posts up, pump fakes off the glass, and that one's good. Jovan Slavankinen with the bucket, and the Saints have the lead right back, 23-21. Darko Kelly to the other end. Running point, gives it off to Currington. Currington to Wetzel. Wetzel try to get a look from 3. Darko Kelly tries to pass it back to Wetzel. It's stolen by Flowers. Flowers leads the break to the Saints. Nice runner by Flowers off the glass and in for 2. And just like that, it's a 4-point lead again for the Saints, 25-21. Darko Kelly looking for Thabize. Ball is denied by Okeke, stolen by the Saints. Campbell gets it up to Flowers. Flowers pulls up for 3. Got it! Dennis Flowers! The confidence of this young man to pull that one up, and we can see his dad right now, right across from us. Dennis Sr. in the crowd, Dennis II making some noise for his son. 30-second timeout called.
Dennis is a streak player. I mean, Dennis Flowers is a streak player. He gets on a roll, and he can do that. And he gets it with the 2, and then he hits it with the 3, and 2 turnovers in a row by the Argos. One on a lob play, one kind of on a give and go, and Carroll made him pay. That's 5 points in transition off of turnovers.
And I love one thing about Dennis. You mentioned he's streaky. I love how confident he is.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can be a bad thing if he's not on his game, but when he is, to pull up like that for 3, I mean, he saw the look, he took it, he knocked it down, and just like that, the Saints go on a 7-0 run. They were just tied 21-21. Now it's 28-21, and this has just been a remarkable first half.
The guy he reminds me of, and this is guy, I don't know if you remember Dennis Johnson, DJ.
Oh, he was a Sonic. Of course I remember him. He played for the Sonics, too.
Yeah, and he reminds me so much of Dennis Johnson.
A 1979 NBA champion for the Sonics, and that one slammed off the glass. Darko Kelly denied by Okeke. Warp takes it up in transition. Finds Slavankinen out to Campbell. Campbell to Flowers. Flowers in the corner. And we got a whistle. They just call a 3 in the key on Jovan. I didn't realize the Saints had the ball for 3 seconds.
That was a big-time block. Darko Kelly got swatted inside by Okeke.
Denied.
I mean, swatted.
It'll be Darko Kelly taking up the court, and Shamrock will pick him up full court this time around. Darko Kelly will work his way up as Jackson Hashley makes his way back to the scorer's table. Darko Kelly on the wing. He takes Jovan off the dribble, drives, puts up a runner off the glass, and that one's good. Warp trying to get over there for help defense, but no silly fouls, and a bucket for the Argos makes it a 5-point game, 28-23. Shamrock Campbell passes it over to Flowers. Flowers at the top of the key. OKK looking to set a pick. Flowers takes him off the dribble, pulls back, gets to Jovan. Jovan pump fakes, drives, gets it out to Warp. A 10 on the shot clock. Warp goes back to Slovankin, and he'll post up on Wetzel. It's a mismatch. Slovankin posts up left. Instead, he passed it to OKK, and OKK tries to go up and under, and he's blocked by Darko Kelly. Darko Kelly repays the favor, and he'll get it over to Wetzel, and the Providence will have the ball back again. Wetzel pulls up from way deep, and he misses that one off the rim. And Wetzel, he's a guy I knew as a catch-and-shoot guy, not a
that
pull-up
is deep,
shooter.
and I don't think that's a great shot. I know he can shoot it, but I don't think that's a great shot.
28-23, Saints in the lead by 5. 6 minutes left here in the first half. Shamrock Campbell working towards the middle of the key. He gets it over to Flowers. Flowers at the top. Now to Warp. Warp on the wing, guarded by Brandon Cotton. He goes to OKK on the elbow, over the top. Nice pass to Slovankin. Slovankin underneath, a little spin move, and he goes up with his left, and a rare miss for Jovan inside the key there. Rebounded by Darko Kelly, and Providence has it back. This time Wetzel takes it in, drives with it, puts it up, and almost gets an and one. Good job drawing the contact, but he'll miss the shot, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
And Carroll ran that high-low play last time that they've executed very well. Jovan just missed that shot that he doesn't very often miss.
And now we have immediate timeout. It appears pretty clear this time. We'll take a break for 60 seconds. Saints lead 28-23 here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Back from the timeout, Daniel Sally and Gary Turcott here inside the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth. Coming to you live from the PE Center on the campus of our beautiful alma mater, Carroll College, as the Saints putting on an impressive showing so far in the first half. Coach Turcott leading 28-23. Don't forget, in about 5 minutes, we're going to have the Carroll Halftime Show brought to you by Kevin Dunn Financial Solutions. And in that halftime show, we're going to hear from Mike Van Diest. I spoke with him yesterday about one of his former players, Jeff Shirley, 4-time national champion, and a guy who's just a staple in the city of Helena. He's fighting a battle with leukemia, so we talked to Coach Van Diest about Jeff Shirley and what he means to this town and to this school, and got a couple good stories on him. If you want to help the cause for Jeff Shirley, go to GoFundMe.com, search Jeff Shirley Leukemia Battle, and you'll find the link and you'll donate, and they're pushing $90,000 on that, so go help the cause. What an amazing number.
That is amazing. I just can't believe it. That is just fantastic. But he's much beloved, not only as a student at Carroll and a great football player, but his physical therapy. I've talked to people that he has made a real difference in their lives. Very, very caring individual and a real practitioner of his trade.
Wetzel takes his first free throw. It's up, and that one's good. And I've only known Jeff for about a year, but it's amazing how kind he is to me for someone he barely even knows. I mean, I shot him a text yesterday and asked if we had the green light to kind of talk about this and get the word out for this GoFundMe page, and he was nothing but grateful for it. Shamrock Campbell gets the rebound off the missed free throw from Wetzel. The Saints will take it back up the court. Flowers with it now at the top of the key. 28-24. Saints in the lead by 4. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Warp goes to Etu Villa, who just checked in. Villa pump fakes. Saints swing it around. It's Campbell with it now to Flowers for three. And he got it! Dennis Flowers the third, a.k.a.
On fire.
Babyface bucket.
Argo jumped into a zone that time, and Carroll made him pay. Got it. Dennis with a pretty good look at a three.
Darko Kelly to the other end. He drives, kicks it out. Three-pointer up from Stocks. That time it goes long. Hashley flicks it out, saves it from going out of bounds. Open three from Wetzel, and he buries it. Can't leave him open, but Hashley saved that possession.
That's Hashley. He makes him. When he's in the ball game, the Arcos are just 10 points better.
Shamrock Campbell down to the other end, takes it up, gets a screen from Slovankin and drives in, gets it to Villa. Villa posts up on Wetzel. It's a nice size match for Villa. He turns around, puts it off the glass, no good. Nice look from Etu, can't get it to fall. Stocks has it in transition now. He drives by by Campbell. A foul on the floor. Did they get a charge there? What did they call?
A block. I think that was the right
block
call.
On Sham.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with him on that. Not a lot of clear signals from the ref tonight in this men's game. I can't tell when they're going to media timeouts. I can't tell if it's a block or a charge.
Well, that's mechanics. The referees work, and these are really good refs.
They are. They're calling a pretty good game.
They work on mechanics, but sometimes it's hard for us to get
the fundamentals of the game, man. Yeah. Inbounding the ball is Providence from the baseline. They go a little tip drill to Hashley. He knocks it down, makes it a 2-point game, 31-29. Hashley with the big bucket, 4:23 left in the first half. The Saints lead cut back to 2. Flowers finds Hillman on the far wing. Hillman pulls it back outside and goes to Flowers once again. Dennis Flowers working to the near side, goes to Warp. Warp, guarded by Cotton. He drives in, puts up a little teardrop, and he knocks it down. And there's Dane body control Warp, as we're going to have to start calling him.
And he's got a huge size advantage on Cotton. And he's going to post up Cotton every chance he gets.
33-29. Saints lead back up to 4 points. Darko Kelly guarded by Hillman, and Hillman knocks the ball out, and they call a foul on Hillman. And the crowd kind of uproared at that. I didn't think that was a bad call.
No, it was a good call. But we're in Helena. Those are the Carroll fans over there.
I'm glad that there's a nice student turnout tonight. For Thursday night, it might be hard to find sometimes. Brandon Cotton working to the middle, swings it over to Darko Kelly on the wing. Darko Kelly drives baseline, a nice reverse layup, but can't get it to fall. Hashley gets the rebound, and he is just physically dominated Villa and Slovankin.
Is changing the game right now. They're down 2, and it's because of Hashley.
Hashley already with 8 rebounds, and that's before the refresh of the last bucket. So he might have 10 now. Slovankinen goes to Villa. Villa back to Slovankinen. He takes his dribble outside, takes Hashley off the dribble, drives, kicks it out to Hillman.
And they got a block on Hashley.
And that's a nice break for the Saints just to get another foul on the board, or get the first foul on the board for Hashley. Third team foul on the Argos. They've been safe so far. Villa will check out. Ramirez will check in. Hillman will inbound from the baseline. 3 freshmen on the court right now. Hillman, Ramirez, and and Flowers. Inbound to Warp. Warp kisses it off the glass. What a nice runner from Dane Warp. He's getting going right now. He's got 8. 35-31. 3:10 left in the first half. Hashley gets it. He'll be guarded by Ramirez. He's posting up, working his way into the key. From the block, little spin move from Hashley, and he goes up, goes to the ground, and he misses the shot, but Hashley will shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, now you don't see Hashley do that very much where he just backs you down with the dribble. Yeah. Normally, he's looking to pass it, but that time he recognized that he's a lot bigger and stronger than Ramirez, who's trying to guard him.
And a good job getting the call too there.
Yeah, he sold that call.
It's hard to when you're bigger than the other person, but there's a difference, like I always say, between selling and flopping. He sold that one. That's an art. That's something you got to give him credit for. As Hashley steps in line to shoot, don't forget Carroll Basketball is brought to you by your Montana Toyota dealers. John Lagerquist, Realtor with Century 21. To experience real excellence in your real estate transactions, call John Lagerquist at Century 21. Rutgers Furniture, make the quality choice for your home at Rutgers Furniture. And First Community Bank, working together for you. Hashley splits the pair of free throws. Second one is missed and rebounded by Flowers, who will take it up the court. He goes to Warp. Cotton trying to deny ball. Warp gets it back to Flowers. Flowers with 13. He drives in, pump fakes, fade away. He got it. Dennis Flowers taking a little page out of the Kobe Bryant book of fadeaways as he knocks that one down and gives the Saints back a 5-point lead. Flowers has 15, and he is straight cooking right now.
He really is.
Darko Kelly running point again. He's switched on to Ramirez. He throws it way across the court to a man who I couldn't even see. It's Dawson Fowler. Fowler works it to the top to Cotton. Back to Fowler they go. Now Cotton with it again. He takes Flowers off the dribble, drives in, puts up a jumper, and that one's good. Nice little pull-up there from Brandon Cotton. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half. Dane Warp takes it in. He picks it out, gets it to Ramirez. Ramirez drives, kicks. Hillman thought about the three. Nice closeout from Stocks. Hillman gets to Warp. Warp with another runner. That one's tipped, no good. Fowler has it in transition. He's got a 2-on-1. He goes up with it. Good defense by Ramirez. Oh my gosh, they're going to call a foul on Ramirez, I think. Yep, they're going to get Ramirez for that one as he was all but standing still underneath the hoop. Fowler will go to the line to shoot 2. 37-34, and they forced the miss there. And an offensive rebounder was coming in for Providence. They had the numbers, but.
Well, Carroll normally very good defensive rotation. That time, the Argos did get a breakout on them and thought for sure they would make the layup, but they missed it, but they did get the foul out of it.
A couple freshmen checking in the game. Sayre Patton and Brendan Temple. 4 freshmen on the court now for the Saints. It's Patton, Warp, Ramirez, Hillman, Temple, and Fowler will shoot his second as he made his first. 37-35 Saints lead with a little under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Fowler's second free throw is up and in and out, rebounded by Warp, so the Saints will keep the 2-point lead. It'll be Dane Warp taking it up the court. Warp goes to Hillman on the wing. Hillman over to Patton. Sayre Patton, a very fine-tuned offensive player out of Shoto. He drives in, little pump fake, gets it out to Ramirez. Ramirez hands it off to Warp. Warp for 3. Got it! Dane Warp backpedaling with the most confidence in the world. He buries it 40-35. What a shot by the senior. Warp now up to 11 points on the outing. He's in double figures. Darko Kelly takes it in, dribbles it off his own foot. Knocked out by Temple. Warp takes it in transition. Little Euro step off the glass. And that one's no good. And Warp goes right into the wall. Warp will go to the line to shoot 2. And Temple and Ramirez both went up to try and throw it down. And if they call basket interference, does that negate the free throws?
No, it doesn't. I don't think.
But that ball had a chance to fall in.
Yeah.
Oh, they called goaltending on Providence. So they're going to say the basket's good for Dane Warp. Wow.
Providence didn't. It was the Carroll players that were up hanging on the rim.
Wow. Okay. Well, they'll give Dane Warp the 2 points. Okay, now they're going to say no shot, so the refs converse a little more. Jackson Hashley debating with the officials, making sure they get it right. Good on him. The foul is on Brandon Cotton, though. Dane Warp will shoot 2. And what's been just a mess of it last 5 seconds of this, Warp will step to the line, and as he does
the referees got it right. They communicated.
They
got it, and that's why they got to talk, take their time.
Warp's first free throw is up and good.
The big thing is to get it right.
It's for the integrity of the game, really.
Well, it's important.
Warp will shoot 1 more, as he's now got 12, looking for 13 with this free throw. He puts it up, and he knocks it down. Dane Warp, and he's playing some very confident basketball right now, and that's what you love to see if you're this Carroll basketball team. Sayre Patton getting tasked with guarding Darko Kelly. Darko Kelly takes it up, swings it over to Cotton Saints. Look like they're falling back into a 2-3 zone. Hashley with it, gets it out to Darko Kelly. He puts up the 3, and he buries it. Nice closeout by Ramirez, but it doesn't seem to matter.
He just can, the shot is up so high.
That one's knocked down by Darko Kelly, and yeah, he's 6'6". He can. He's got a little Kevin Durant in his game.
Yeah.
Gavin Ramirez.
There you go. That's a good comparison.
Gets it over to Warp on the wing. Warp inside to Temple. Temple posting up on Hashley. Gets out to Hillman. Open look for 3 from Hillman. Got it! Johnny Hillman knocks it down, and the freshmen are on display tonight, or as Dick Vitale would say, the Diaper Dandies. 45-38. The Saints lead by 7. Brandon Cotton guarded by Patton at the top of the zone for the Saints. Looks like they're maybe running that 1-3-1 a little bit.
It's a 1-3-1 zone, yeah, it is.
Hashley trapped by 3 guys. He finds a backdoor cutting Darko Kelly. He puts it off the glass and good. 15 seconds left in the half. The Saints lead by 5. Warp will take it up. The Saints will likely try and get the last shot here. 10 seconds on the game clock. Warp takes it up, now 5 on the clock. Warp takes Cotton off the dribble, 3 on the clock. Pull up 3-pointer from Warp, no good. Rebounded by Hashley. He tries to throw a pass like he's Tom Brady down the court, but it's after the buzzer, and that'll do it for the first half action here from the PE Center, and what a first half it was. Your score on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard, 45-40 in favor of the Saints. When we come back, we'll have the Carroll Halftime Show brought to you by Kevin Dunn Financial Solutions. We'll hear from Coach Mike Van Dees, all that and the other, some halftime analysis coming up, all that and more here on Your Home for the Saints. Rewind 94.9.
Not only do they visit the football field, but they put fixtures on the field, the court, each season for all of our sports. Grant has literally taken tens of thousands of pictures officially recording Saints' special moments in athletics. His pictures are used by our student athletes, by Carroll College, by our families, by the conference. Grant and Sandy, thank you. Thank you for providing your time, your skills, your passion for Carroll athletics. And at this time, it's your turn to be in the picture.
Daniel Sally back here. It's the Carroll Halftime Show, brought to you by Kevin Dunn and Terry White, financial advisors at Dunn Financial Solutions. Before we look back into the first half we just witnessed, we're going to go ahead and step away for a second to listen to an interview I recorded earlier with Coach Mike Van Diest, talk about a little bit about Jeff Shirley, who's fighting a battle with leukemia, 4-time national championship defensive end, and a doctor of physical therapy here in Helena, and just an all-around one of the greatest guys I've ever met in my entire life. We talked to Coach Van Diest. He shared his thoughts, and here's that interview right now.
Halftime entertainment. Please welcome to the court the Helena High Bengals.
Turcotte, bringing you the second half of Carroll versus Providence, Game 2 of the Frontier Conference doubleheader. Of course, the women getting a 75-58 win over Providence earlier today, but now it's time to see if the men can do their due diligence as they lead by 5 heading into the half. Providence coming out of the break will take it up the court, going right to left as they switch sides here in the PE Center. Right away, they go right to Ashley off the glass, and good for 2. And just like that, it's a 3-point game, 45-42. Taking it up the court is Campbell. He goes to Warp. Warp for 3. No good. Okeke gets a hand on it, but can't pull down the rebound. Stocks gets the long rebound as he gets it across the court. Stocks makes Warp miss. Little finger roll, and just like that, a quick 4-point run. And Coach Paulson's going to go ahead and take a timeout.
And that's a smart timeout. We always talk about the first 3 minutes, and the Argos off to a great start, and Kurt does not want them to get on a run.
And this is going to be extended to immediate timeout, so right away we'll take a quick break. 45-44, Saints lead by 1. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Rewind 94.9. Back from the timeout, Daniel Sally and the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte, 30 seconds into this second half, and Providence gets a couple quick buckets, so Coach Paulson decides to go back to the drawing board, make sure to make some adjustments as he always does, and now the Saints will have the ball out of the timeout.
They do, and I think that was a good timeout because the Argos, they had blood in their eye. They were starting to roll.
You got to stop the momentum some way, and now it'll be Shamrock Campbell taking the ball up the court for the Saints. He's picked up at half court by Brandon Cotton. Looks like Providence coming out maybe in a 1-3-1 of their own. Now, maybe not, maybe so.
They are in a.
Yeah, it's the 1-3-1.
They are in
it's the 1-3-1. Campbell works to the corner. Okeke has it. He finds a slashing Slavankinen. Jovan loses control, gets it back, puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Jovan Slavankinen, talk to me nice. 19 minutes left here in the second half, and a big bucket for the Saints to get their first points. Running point is Brandon Cotton. He goes to Darko Kelly on the wing. Darko Kelly guarded by Campbell. He takes him off the dribble, gets a screen from Hashley. Hashley blocks his own player, though. Keke gets the steal, gets to Warp. Warp picks up his dribble, finds Slavankinen. Slavankinen to Campbell. Campbell thinks about the 3, gets to Flowers. Now Flowers will take the 3. Off the rim, no good. Long rebound brought down by Stocks. There are about 3 Saints who had a chance for that one. Stocks takes it coast to coast. He goes up with it, and a foul is called on the shot by Stocks. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And as Stocks steps to the line to shoot his free throws, just a reminder, Carroll Basketball is brought to you by Placer Motors, your Helena Subaru dealers. Placer Motors, family owned for over 75 years. Capital Collision Center, Montana State Law says it's your vehicle and your choice where to have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Furniture Showroom, why pay more? Every day is a great day to buy new home furnishings at Furniture Showroom. And Money Train Casino, for the best happy hour and huge wins, all aboard the Money Train. First free throw up and good by Stocks.
Rasheed Stocks is listed as a freshman, but he's not your 18-year-old freshman.
No, gosh no. His second free throw is no good. Okeke gets the rebound, so he splits the pair at the line.
I think he might have been had a tour in the Air Force. I'm not sure, but I think that I read something about that. And they are in that zone.
Slavankinen backdoor cut by Warp, and that's how you beat the zone. Go right over the top of it. Warp with the reverse land, and that's 2 points for the Saints. 49-45. They lead by 4. Entry pass to Hashley. Hashley is fouled by Okeke, and that's the second team foul already. Not even 2 minutes into the half, and the Saints got to be careful as they hold the lead. They can't get into the bonus too soon.
Okeke just let himself get pinned underneath. You know, he's got to be up on the line, and he can't play behind Hashley like that.
Stocks gets the inbounds. Works it over to Cotton. Cotton in the corner, guarded by Okeke. Cotton drives, gets it out. Fowler for three. Nice closeout by Warp. Hits off the rim, no good. Okeke gets the rebound, and what a teammate Shamrock Campbell is, making sure to stay on his box out and let Okeke have that rebound. Campbell setting up the offense now for the Saints. He gets it over to Flowers. Flowers on the wing. Providence now more of a 2-3 zone. Slavankinen on the baseline with the ball. Works it back to the top to Warp. 10 seconds on the shot clock. It's Campbell with it now. Campbell's got to take the dribble. 6 seconds. He finds Flowers in the middle. Flowers step back, fade away. And that one's no good. A couple rolls off the rim. Nothing doing, though, and Fowler gets the rebound. Providence gets it back. 17.5 minutes left in the first. And that one's a nice little running shot by Stocks.
Well,
and he buries it for two.
He is a transition nightmare. I mean, he gets going. Great speed, and he can shoot the three.
Shamrock Campbell running point. Goes to Warp. Warp on the wing, takes it towards the middle. Goes out to Campbell. Campbell pump fakes. Campbell working his way back to the middle of the floor once again. 14 on the shot. Finds Slavankinen in the middle of the zone. Floater from Jovan, and that one's good. Jovan Slavankinen, 4-2, and a big two it was. 51-47. The Saints lead by 4 once again. Darko Kelly up the court, goes to Fowler, now to Stocks. And Providence just whipping that ball around right now. Stocks takes a step back jumper, nice dribble move, offensive rebound, Hashley. He goes up and under the hoop, kicks it out, Cotton open look for three, and he buries it.
And that's Hashley with that rebound and an inside out.
He drew so much attention on the rebound and just flicked it out to a wide open shooter.
You know, he's just a good passer on top of everything else.
He got a little Arvydas Sabonis in him, huh?
Yeah.
Taking it up the court now is Shamrock Campbell. Goes to Okeke. Okeke from the wing, picks up his drill, finds Flowers wide open. Runner from Flowers, no good. Slavankinen gets the offensive board, goes up with it, and Jovan is fouled. He will go to the line to shoot two, and what a hustle play to save that possession by Jovan Slavankinen.
Well, Jovan is a great offensive rebounder, and they're going to need him to get a lot of those. A lot of those.
He's one of the best I've seen, especially at this level. I mean, he's got a knack for it.
And the Argos are playing a zone now, so it's hard to get a box out on him. So, you know, he's going to make him pay for playing that zone.
Jovan's first free throw's up, and he rims it out, no good. Ramirez will check in, and he will give Okeke a break. And before Jovan takes his second free throw, don't forget Carroll Basketball is brought to you by the Overland Express Restaurant and Lounge, your all-American family-style restaurant serving Helena since 1975, and Eagle Tire and Auto Service, understanding customer needs yesterday, today, and every day. Across from Eagle Lube Express on North Montana. Jovan splits the pair of free throws after making the second. 52-50, the Saints in the lead. Darko Kelly goes coast to coast, dumps it to Hashley. Hashley goes up with it off the glass and good for an easy two, and he ties it up 52 apiece with 16 minutes left in the ball game. Shamrock Campbell taking it up again for the Saints. He passed it over the wing. It's Warp with it. Warp across to Campbell. Campbell inside to Jovan. Slavankinen posts up on Hashley, takes him off the dribble, spin move, baby hook, no good, rebounded by Fowler. Fowler will get it to Darko Kelly. Now Providence has a chance to break this tie for their first lead since the 18-minute mark in the first half. Brandon Cotton off the dribble, he's guarded by Slavankinen, he drives, gets it out to Stocks, Stocks for three, nice closeout by Warp, hits off the rim, no good, and a rebound by nobody because a foul is called first. And are they going to get Ramirez for that?
Yeah, and that could have easily been a no call. Once again, Hashley on the weak side caused that foul. And the zone defense that the Argos are playing is helping them.
Inbounding the ball from the baseline, it's Cotton, he goes up for Hashley again, tipped off of Hashley's hand, stolen by Slavankinen. He gets it back to Campbell, and Campbell will take it up for the Saints. 15 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the ball game, and it's tied up at 52 apiece on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. Shamrock Campbell goes to Flowers. Flowers working to the top, gets it over to Ramirez, now to Warp. Warp closed out by Fowler, he gets to Slavankinen, now to Campbell again. Campbell pump fakes, he's guarded by Darko Kelly, takes him off the dribble, out to Slavankinen, step back three, off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Ramirez, then it's tipped out of bounds, should be last touch by, that's a missed call, and they're gonna overturn it. They said last touch by Carroll, Providence ball, and the ref who saw it from the other side came over and overturned
Daniel,
it.
Carroll doesn't look comfortable right now against the zone. That zone has really been a factor. That's brought the Argos back. And I think some of those guys, if you're open early in the shot clock against the zone, take it. I mean, they got guys open, and they're not looking for their shot.
Campbell throws the inbounds pass long to Slavankinen. Saints swinging around with it is Campbell again. Campbell across to Hillman. Hillman 12 on the shot clock, now 10. Campbell with it again. He goes into Slovankin, and a little runner from Jovan, and that one's good.
No hesitation.
And like the women do
No
against
hesitation.
the zone with Christine Denny,
Yeah.
they're using Jovan to attack the middle. Darko Kelly takes it up the court. He finds Fowler. Fowler drives baseline, blocked by Warp. It's knocked down, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by, and they're going to say last touch by Carroll because Ramirez went to save it. And that one, I think it would have been off of Carroll anyway, but
Yeah.
Ramirez went to save it out of bounds, and he fell into the stands and had his foot on the sideline. So Providence will inbound from the sideline. Darko Kelly sends it across the court, gets it to Cotton. Cotton drives baseline by Hillman, and he loses control, hits out of bounds, and that'll be last touch by the Saints.
Good. Johnny Hillman, good defense there.
He uses that frame of his to his advantage.
He's very strong, and he can move his feet.
Brandon Cotton will inbound as the ref tries to get it to Cotton and misses it. It rolls out and almost hits Coach Keller. Cotton will inbound from the baseline, though. It's a 54-52 Carroll lead. Cotton looking to inbound. They're denying ball on Hashley. He goes up to the top to Darko Kelly. It's stolen by Ramirez.
Oh.
They call foul, and that is not good. It is not good. Poor Gavin. That was such a heavy play. And that would have been Darko Kelly's, what, 9th turnover, 10th turnover?
Yeah, that was.
That's a tough break for the Saints as Temple will check in and give Ramirez a break. And that's Ramirez's 4th foul. And for his last 2 fouls to be that one and the one that could have been a no call on the rebound going up against Hashley, who's
That was a big
about
call
30
because
pounds heavier than him.
And Carroll had a breakaway there for a 2.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean,
Gosh, I don't like that one bit. So Ramirez will go to the bench for quite some time. Currington will put up a 3, hits off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Warp, and now Warp gets knocked to the ground, but no reason to call anything there, I guess. Shamrock Campbell will take it up and get it to Warp. Warp takes off the dribble, finger roll. What a move to the hole by Dane Warp, and the Saints lead by 4. Darko Kelly will take it up to the court. He's guarded by Campbell. He drives, goes up on Temple, and he misses. Rebound Hashley. He goes back up with it, and that's good for 2. And Jackson Hashley right now, he's got 15 points and 11 rebounds.
that's a double-double right now.
Shamrock Campbell setting up the offense again for the Saints. 13:40 left in the ballgame. Saints lead by 2, 56-54. Hillman to Campbell. Campbell to Temple. Temple for 3 from the corner. Buries it! Brendan Temple! Have yourself a day. Big minutes off the bench for the freshman. And the Saints lead by 5, 59-54. Darko Kelly up the court. He drives by Campbell, kicks out Hashley, thinks about the 3 pump fakes, throws a little underneath pass, looking for Darko. Stolen by Temple. Brendan Temple getting it done on both ends as Campbell gets to Warp. Warp to Slovankin from the baseline. Easy look off the glass, and that's good for 2. And the Saints are cooking. Timeout called. That'll be a media timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 13:06 left in the ball game. Saints lead 61-54. We're back in 60 seconds here on Rewind 94.9. Back from the break, Daniel Sally and the Hall of Famer Gary Turcotte coming to you inside the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth at the PE Center as the Saints lead 61-54, 13 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the ball game. And just when it seems like Providence is going to come in and take the lead back, the Saints have been going on these miniature runs. Now we see a 3 from Brendan Temple, a couple big buckets from Dane and Jovan, and the Saints, they refuse to give up. I mean, they just play so hard.
They do, and when Carroll can run, it's a huge advantage for them. And we talked a little bit at the timeout. if the Argos have an Achilles heel, if they have a weakness, it's transition defense. They are so solid everywhere else, but they've had trouble stopping Carroll's run game, and I think that's been a little bit of a theme for them this year. For one thing, Hashley can't always get back, and he's their enforcer at the rim. And Carroll needs to keep running every chance they get.
Coming back from the timeout, 61-54. The Saints in the lead. 13:06 left in this ball game, and the Saints, to say it, or no other way to put it, they're playing their tails off right now. Darko Kelly will take it up the court for Providence out of the timeout. He's picked up by Flowers in the half court, and he looks for Jackson Hashley, and a foul quickly called on Brendan Temple. I believe that'll be his first, but yeah, and it'll be Brendan's first. And Brendan, he's a guy who he started a lot of games this year, and then there were a few games where he didn't really see any action. The last 2 games, though, playing some pivotal minutes off the bench. Hashley works it to the top of the key. With it is Darko Kelly, back to Hashley. Hashley posting up on Temple. He kicks it out. Cotton pump fakes. Hillman closes out, knocks it out of bounds.
God, that's good defense by Hillman.
To just poke that ball right out of bounds.
And he helped on Hashley, made him kick it out, and then made a great closeout to get back.
His lateral speed continues to amaze me.
Yeah.
Inbounding the ball will be Dawson Fowler. Fowler, Currington, Hashley, Darko Kelly, and Cotton on the floor for Providence. Darko Kelly, guarded by Campbell out on the wing. He'll take it up, get it over across to Cotton. Cotton looks to drive by Slavankinen, and that's a foul called. And
that's 16 fouls on Carroll, with to 1 on the Argos.
That'll be on
6 to
Hillman.
1.
And it's Hillman's second. And yeah, Saints not getting away with much here in the second half.
Yeah, so they'll be in the 1-and-1 on the next foul, Carroll. That's a little spooky this early.
Yeah, Providence will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Darko Kelly inbounds. Hashley goes up with it, and another foul. Hashley will go to the line for 2. I tell you, Hashley playing a heck of a game in the post and getting a lot of calls to go with it.
Well, he's been playing awfully well here.
He's playing hard.
Yeah, and the last 4 or 5 games for the Argos, he's really kicked his game, and you can see, tonight he's their best player.
First free throw up from Hashley, off the rim and no good. So that's a nice break for the Saints there as Hashley steps to the line for 1 more. And before he shoots his second, just a reminder that Carroll Basketball is brought to you by Mattress Firm, Montana's largest Tempur-Pedic retailer, where it's easy to get a great night's sleep. Hashley misses them both. Slavankinen gets the rebound, and he'll work it up the court for the Saints. Jovan gets it to Dennis. Dennis Flowers will run the point for the Saints and give it off to Campbell. Campbell, high ball screen from Brendan Temple. Campbell comes off of it, works his way up to the left side of the key, picks up his dribble, gets it out to Slavankinen. 10 on the shot clock. Jovan will ISO ball on Hashley, driving. He's picked on the help defense by Fowler. Fowler taking it up the court. He's picked up by Hillman. Hillman knocks it loose. Fowler loses it. Now Temple's going to the ground to get it, and that's a loose ball stolen by the Saints. Correction, it'll be last touch by the Saints, out of bounds. And I'm just confused because if the ball, if when Hillman grabbed that ball, if it was sitting on the baseline, then shouldn't it have already been out of bounds?
It was, unless Hillman had his foot out of bounds when he did it.
Gotcha.
We couldn't tell.
Tough angle from here.
Yeah, we couldn't tell.
We got the best seat of the house most of the time, but when those balls go down to the baseline, it's kind of on the other side.
Yeah.
Tough to see. Darko Kelly will inbound. He gets it into Hashley. Hashley in the corner. Drives on Warp, puts it up with his left off the glass. A nice finish by Jackson Hashley. Cuts it back down to a 5-point. Carroll leads 61-56 with 11:53 left in the second half. Shamrock Campbell goes to Okeke. Okeke, Campbell, Warp, Flowers, and Slavankinen on the court for the Saints. Okeke with a silly mistake there as he looks to give it to Flowers. Currington steals it, gets it to Wetzel. Wetzel's wide open for 3, and he buries it. He's going to make that shot every time. We got a 2-point game, 61-59. Campbell.
Argos have picked up their defense. They're really starting to complete pressure. They've extended their man-to-man defense, paying off for them right now.
Warp guarded by Darko Kelly at the top of the key. Works to the middle of the floor. Goes to Campbell. Campbell on the wing. 13 on the shot clock. He goes to Slavankinen. Slavankinen over the top to Okeke. Okeke goes up with it, loses control. Rebounded by Hashley. Providence with a chance to tie the game or take the lead. And Darko Kelly's taking it up the court. Wetzel, the trailer for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Okeke. And not the best look for Providence if you have a chance to take the lead and you're only running 5 seconds off the shot clock. Warp takes it up the court and gets it over to Flowers.
Carroll needs to handle this pressure. They're really extending and denying. And that time Darko Kelly got a foul on Warp.
Warp kind of got slugged there as a Darko Kelly, no, not a flagrant by any means, no malicious intent, but Darko Kelly was trying to pull his arm through almost like a pass rush move and got a little shoulder, upper arm contact with Warp, and he kind of got, ooh.
Well, this extended man-to-man defense, timeout for Carroll, and they need to figure it out.
And the Carroll's calls the timeouts, 30-second, extended to a media, so we'll go ahead and take a break for 60 seconds. Final 10:48 when we come back here on Rewind 94.9. Back from the timeout, it's Daniel Sally joined by the Hall of Famer Coach Gary Turcotte as the Saints hold a 2-point lead, 61-59, and 10:48 left in the ball game. And Coach Turcotte, before we come back to the action, another thing important to note that we've already talked about is that the Saints, 17 fouls already in the half. They're in the bonus.
That's scary. It really is, especially if they keep going inside to Hashley. Carroll doesn't have a very good matchup for him. He's just so much physically stronger than any of Carroll's post players. Okeke has not had a good ball game, and that's because of Hashley's strength. Okeke has been having a great year, but not so much tonight. Just Jackson Hashley is just so strong.
Shamrock Campbell will inbound the ball from the baseline once the break comes back. See, the TV's in town tonight, and the media timeout's a little longer as the Red Hats got to be able to signal when they can come back. And I want to give a shout out to my boy Jamin Bernhardt, senior at Carroll. I had a lot of class with him. He's in the comm department, and he's serving as the Red Hat for SWX tonight. So, Jamin, you're doing a great job. Campbell will inbound from the baseline as we're still waiting here.
TV wants a 4-minute timeout.
They got to get all the Pepsi commercials and whatever the heck else, Doritos, you name it. Now we're back. Campbell inbounds over the top, and he gets it into Slavankinen. Slavankinen back to Campbell. Campbell goes to Warp. Warp gives it back. Shamrock takes Currington off the dribble. Pull-up jumper. He stops on a dime there. Back rim, no good. Rebounded by Darko Kelly. And now Darko Kelly's got it off to the races, and he'll pull it back and slow it down in transition. Darko Kelly, Wetzel, Currington, Cotton, and Hashley on the floor for the Argos. As Wetzel gets it on the wing, he drives in, gets it to Hashley. Hashley open for a second on the block, but now Okeke picks it up. Hashley with a backdoor pass underneath, and Currington misses the wide-open layup, and a silly pass there by Flowers as he tries to get it up quick to Warp, and Darko Kelly tries to steal it and runs right into the ref.
And the ref took a nasty tumble, and all the players went to pick up the referee. I love it. Both teams, players went to help pick up the referee.
Spirit of competition, and here comes Phil. Phil to mop off the sweat, my guy.
But I love that sportsmanship by both teams. That's important.
Dennis Flowers will inbound the ball from the sideline now as everything gets cleaned up. Thank you, Phil. Shamrock Campbell taking it up, running point for the Saints. He goes to Okeke. Okeke on the wing, gets it over to Flowers. Flowers top of the key. Flowers with 15 points, all in the first half tonight. Flowers gets Okeke up to the top, back to Warp. And Providence, the first team I've seen this season who hasn't given Okeke an open three, but now Slavankinen has one of those, and he buries it. Jovan Slavankinen from deep.
Now Jackson Hashley sags, and he's back playing, and Carroll just fouled, a silly foul by Okeke. But Jackson Hashley is guarding Slavankinen, and he sags, and he's a help defender. That time he sagged too much and gave up a three.
A quick transition pass over the top from Providence, and Okeke tried to swipe in and steal it, and he fouls Brandon Cotton.
Yeah, it's just Carroll had a little momentum going right there, and you have a chance, and just
Brandon Cotton will shoot 1 and 1, and we'll see how it goes. But Brandon Cotton, the point guard of this team, he's a good free throw shooter.
Very good, very good.
Step to the line. His first one is up. And he makes it, so he'll get one more. Rewarded with another free throw from the charity stripe as Wetzel goes to the bench, and checking back in is Fabize. So a little more size for Coach Keller. As I imagine he'll probably try and put 2 down on the blocks in his offensive sets. Nice shot up from Cotton. He makes them both. Slovankinen will inbound to Campbell, and Campbell will take it up the floor. 3-point lead from the Saints.
Argo's really trying to
64-61.
deny Dane Warp catches right now. Playing face guard much like Montana Tech did.
Slovankinen passed it over to Temple. Temple on the wing with it. He takes a dribble, works into the key, and finally gets it into Warp. Warp posts up on Cotton, now to Slovankinen. Slovankinen pump fakes, pulls it back, thinks about the 3, and gives it to Flowers. Flowers gets the screen. 8 on the shot clock for the Saints. Flowers pulls up from deep. No good. Temple gets the offensive rebound as he fights off Slovankinen for it. And a foul is called on Providence. I think they'll get Fabize.
Nice rebound by Temple.
Yeah, he's hustling.
Yeah,
tonight.
he's playing hard.
And he's he
He's
knows.
and he's got to play a lot tonight because Okike's got 4 fouls.
And Gavin's got 4 fouls too.
Yeah.
Inbounding will be Campbell. Campbell, no look pass out to Slovankinen. Risky business, but Jovan gets it. Shot clock down to 15 as Jovan picks up his dribble. He's got to get rid of it and go to Warp. Warp guarded by Cotton. Warp takes him off the dribble, little crossover. He drives in, little spin move off the glass, and that one's good. Dane Warp with the ISO ball, bringing home 2 for the Saints. 66-61. It's back to a 5-point lead for Carroll. Dawson Fowler down to the other end, takes it up the court, gets a screen from Darko Kelly, works it over to Cotton. Cotton to Bize. Back to Cotton. Cotton has it guarded by Slovankinen. He drives in, puts it up. Can't get over Jovan. Rebound to Bize, and it's stolen by Campbell. Campbell gets it over the top to Warp. Warp pulls it back, almost loses his balance, and gets it to Flowers. Flowers drives baseline, gets it across the court, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by a Providence player. I believe it's the Bize. The Bize will check out of the game, and Hashley will come get him.
Now Carroll goes on a little run every time Hashley comes out of the ballgame. Every time. But he's back.
It's the Jackson Hashley effect.
Yeah.
Inbounding the ball will be Shamrock Campbell from the baseline. He finds Flowers off the inbound. Flowers takes it in and pulls it back out. Goes to Slovankinen at the top of the key. Hashley guarding Slovankinen. Jovan picks up his dribble, gets it over to Temple. Temple guarded by Darko Kelly. Gets over to Campbell, back to Slovankinen. Slovankinen step back 3, buries it! Jovan Slovankinen right in Jackson Hashley's face. He knocks it down.
Just giving him too much room. They're just giving him too much room.
And Jovan tonight from the land of 3, he is 2 of 4. A nice night for him, and that's a charge. Dane Warp putting his body on the line, crossing over from the help side and getting in Hashley's way to draw the charge.
Yeah.
And I think that's only Hashley's 2nd foul, so kudos to Jackson Hashley for staying out of foul trouble tonight.
Coach Keller doesn't like that call, but that was the right call. And that's the help defense against the lob. And Hashley had room to come down, and then he turned and made contact and ran over the top of Warp.
I have an image of Coach Paulson on like the first day of practice bringing in the whole team and just screaming at them about help defense because they've done it all season long.
Yeah.
That's why the Saints are so good defensively, is because they help and they're able to close back out when yes. Dennis Flowers taking it up the court on the other end for the Saints. Saints lead by 8, 69-61. Campbell to Flowers. 15 on the shot clock, 7:48 left in the ball game. Flowers takes it up the court, kicks it out to Slovankinen. Slovankinen now it's Darko Kelly guarding him. Probably a safe decision as Jovan takes him off the dribble. No good. Rebound by Slovankinen. He gets his own rebound again.
Warp kept it alive.
Around. Campbell open look from 3. Got it! Shamrock Campbell knocks it down, and the Saints are up by 11, their largest lead of the ball game. 7.5 minutes left on the clock, and the Carroll Crazies are on their feet. Zacchaeus Darko Kelly picked up by Temple in the half court. He gets it over to Stocks. Stocks drives baseline, and he puts up a little runner off the glass to quiet the run, and a timeout is called by Coach Keller. I believe this will be a full timeout, but there's no word. And still waiting on the word. Full timeout, we'll step aside for 60 seconds. Saints lead 72-63 here on Rewind 94.9. Back from the timeout, Daniel Sally and Coach Gary Turcott inside the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth. Sorry, Coach, didn't mean to bump you there, but 72-63. Saints lead by 9 with 7 minutes and 14 seconds left in this ball game. And Coach Turcott, I tell you, the Saints, I swear, they're just the gift that keeps on giving in this game. It seems like whenever they seem to go quietly a little bit, they go on these runs. And they
quick little
continue,
spurts.
I mean,
they can score in spurts.
and it's been different people. We've seen Temple, we've seen Hillman hit threes, we've seen Jovan hit threes, we've seen Dane get. I mean, they go to all these different sources, but they keep going to the well, and now they lead by 9 with 7:15 left in the game. Slavankinen gets the inbounds pass out of the timeout. He'll take it up the court. He gets by his defender. He gets it off to Campbell, and Campbell now will run the point for the Saints. Shamrock Campbell guarded by Cotton. He finds Slavankinen. Slavankinen guarded by Darko Kelly. Arguably the two best players in this conference going toe-to-toe. Jovan takes him on the block, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Darko Kelly. He's got Stocks in transition, and Warp almost gets it off the glass, but Stocks finishes for 2, and the Argos get 2 more on the board, and the Saints lead is cut back to 7.
Stocks leaks out that time early, almost like a cherry pick, but it was effective.
He's been really good in transition.
Yes,
tonight.
he has.
Stefani
That's his
Okeke
game.
working to the top of the key, gets it to Warp. Warp to Okeke at the top of the key. He gets it off to Campbell. Campbell guarded by Cotton. He goes off the dribble, works into the middle, pump fakes out to Slavankinen. Slavankinen drives, feeds Okeke off the glass, and that's a nice pick and roll there. Jovan with a nice assist, and Okeke finishes to give the Saints back a 9-point lead. 6:13 left. Saints lead by 9. Darko Kelly to the other end.
I think Darko's going to start looking for a shot here. This is about the time of the game where.
Well, now he's going to shoot some free throws.
Yeah.
As Slavankinen gets called for a foul.
And this is where it is scary that Carroll now will be in the double bonus. The Argos will. He's got a front end to make here, and after that it'll be 2.
As Darko Kelly steps the line, just a reminder, Carroll Basketball is brought to you by D.A. Davidson and Company, believing in hands-on investing in students and financial education each year since 1985. As Darko Kelly makes his first and will get another. Also, HCO Indoor Shooting Range and Gun Store, your state-of-the-art indoor shooting range offering 8 shooting lanes in a controlled atmosphere. And Capital City Realty, when service matters, call on the home team. Darko Kelly makes them both. It's a 7-point Carroll lead. 6:05 left in the contest. Okeke works it up the floor. Okeke used to playing outside, so it's not too foreign for him as he gets it over to Hillman, and Hillman gets a screen. Works back to the top of the key. 15 seconds left on the shot clock for the Saints. Hillman takes Fowler off the dribble, works it to the corner, gets it out to Slavankinen. One-on-one, it's Jovan versus Darko Kelly. He gets it over the top. Warp posting up on Stocks. Little spin move off the glass.
Great
and good.
execution by Carroll, understanding what they want, where they wanted the ball to go.
Brandon Cotton up the court. He goes to Fowler on the wing. Fowler pump fakes from the elbow, kicks it out. Brandon Cotton has it. He drives by Okeke. Be careful, Ifani, and Cotton's shot is no good.
Ifani with a great contest there.
Good contest.
He changed that shot.
Rebounded by Slavankinen. Campbell takes it up the court. Sets a play. Open look from 3 for Shamrock, and that's off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Hashley. Nice look for the Saints. Darko Kelly gets it up. Stocks in transition. Runner. No good. Stocks gets his own rebound. Goes back up with it. He knocks it down, and a foul call on Slavankinen. That's a silly foul there on Jovan.
It is.
But Stocks will have a chance to make him pay with a chance for a 3-point play. Flowers will check back in. Come give Hillman a break. 5 minutes left in this ball game. The Saints lead by 7, 76-69. Stocks will have a chance to make it a 6-point game. And I tell you, both teams have had momentum at different points, but neither team has taken the full, 100% momentum swing.
Well, the one thing that's really keeping the Argos in the game now is the free throw line. I mean, they're only 4 team fouls on the Argos, 10 against Carroll.
They went into the bonus at the 13-minute mark. Stocks' free throw is good, so he completes the 3-point play, and Saints' lead is cut back down to 6. 76-60 on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. 4 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock here in the second half. Slavankinen to Okeke. He gets it up to Flowers. Flowers, top of the key. Looking for Warp. Warp for 3. That's no good. Off the rim. Rebounded by Currington. Darko Kelly gets the outlet pass. Takes it up the court. Picked up by Campbell. He drives. Finds Hashley cutting. A foul is called, and looks like we got a charge. And Dane Warp again coming from the help side.
Big
and
time
drawing the
defense
charge
on Darko Kelly. That's 2 he's got on Darko.
And that, I mean, that counts as another turnover on
Yeah.
Darko. And, you know, Darko Kelly, he's not playing bad. He's got 15 points.
But a
And
lot
he's
of
got
turnovers.
8 rebounds and 6 assists. But he's in double digits now for turnovers.
It's amazing.
And it shows you the type of frustrating defense that the Saints can play. And those charges
Those
are
are
what
such-
get under people's skin the most. That's what happened. They got Demick Mitchell to foul out last week, and a couple of those were offensive fouls on him. Slavankinen inbounds to Flowers. Flowers running point for the Saints. Dennis Flowers the third. He has 15 points tonight for the Saints. He takes it up 76-70. Carroll in the lead. It's Jovan Slavankinen posting up. Spin move on Stocks. He goes up with it and he draws the foul. Fine job there by Jovan to get the contact. He'll go to the line for 2.
Right now, the Argos have got 4 guards in the ball game, and they're just mismatching. Carroll's finding the mismatch. Who they got that can guard Jovan? They really don't have anybody, and they're trying to guard him with Stocks, who's 6'3". That is just no way he can guard him. And Carroll's just they're running him, getting him the ball all different ways to get him the ball and let him take it to the hole. Get him the ball, let him post up.
Slavankinen steps up to the line for his first. He puts it up, and he hits it off the front rim. That's no good. Before he takes his second, Carroll Basketball is brought to you in part by A1 Rentals. They've got the equipment you need for every project on Cedar Street next to Party Plus. And Gold Island Casino, the luck starts here. Full timeout called by Coach Paulson. We'll go ahead and take it with them. 76-70. The Saints lead with 4:14 left here on Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com. Going back to the tune of Man in the Box. What a great song. 76-70, the Saints in the lead over the Argos. And what a great game we have right now, Coach Sharkot, as we join you from the Cochran Insurance broadcast booth. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left, a 6-point Saints lead, and I think we're in store for a really exciting finish.
Well, we are. Okeke now is in the ball game at the 5, and he can make a lot of things happen. He does have 4 fouls. He has to be careful.
Okeke, Slavankinen, Campbell, Flowers, and Warp. The starting 5 for Coach Paulson, and the 5 on the floor who will likely finish this game out right now on the court. Jovan will step to the line. He's got a chance for a second free throw. His shot is up, and he knocks it down. So nice shot there by Jovan.
And I think Darko Kelly now, he's going to really start looking for his shot.
I think we're going to see a couple pull-up threes from him before this game's over.
Carroll in the zone.
Stocks gets it across to Darko Kelly. And speaking of Darko Kelly, his 3 is up. No good, but an offensive rebound brought down, and Darko Kelly leaks out, but they can't find him. They get it to Cotton instead. His 3 is blocked by Warp. Warp tips it out, and Flowers ends up with it, and that's a huge stop for the Saints after the offensive
Warp
rebound.
has had a nice game. I mean, defensively, he has played as well as I've seen him.
Dennis Flowers off the dribble, gets it out to Campbell. Campbell pulls it back, works it over to Flowers. Flowers works his way back up to the top of the key and gets it over to Warp. Warp on the near wing, back to Flowers. Flowers off the dribble, guarded by Darko Kelly. Beats him, pump fakes, gets it out to Campbell. 6 on the shot clock for the Saints. Campbell takes the dribble. He's got to hurry. 3 seconds. Finds Jovan wide open from the baseline. No good. Rebounded by Hashley, and that's a silly foul.
That is so bad.
That's a silly foul.
That is just a freshman mistake. And now Hashley shooting 2 free throws.
So KK will come out of the game, and he'll get an ovation from the crowd. But gosh, frustrated that he didn't get the rebound off the Jovan miss. Hashley clearly had the ball, and he just tried to stick his hand out and poke it out. Now, a guy who we haven't seen since about 15 minutes left in the contest, Gavin Ramirez will check back in. He's also got 4 fouls. Luckily, the Saints have some guys who have been trained. Like, they still have Etu and Brendan on the bench, which is easy to remember. But gosh,
the free throw line can keep the Argos in the game. They're getting stops off missed shots, but you can't keep making silly fouls like that.
Hashley's first free throw is up and good. It's now a 6-point game once again, 77-71. He'll shoot one more. It's up, and he knocks it down. So Hashley, last trip to the line, missed 2. This time he makes 2, and Hashley having a very excellent game. He's now got 19 and 15, 8 of 10 from the field. Flowers takes up the court, gets it over to Warp. Warp on the wing. Works his way back to the middle. Warp to Flowers. Flowers in the corner, guarded by Stocks. Gets by him, goes baseline, and he throws a turnover. It's stolen by Cotton. Argos get it up the court. Darko Kelly thinks about the 3, now steps back. Picked up by Slavonkin and finds Stocks. Stocks goes up with it. Good defense by Ramirez to contest the shot. Ramirez pulls down the rebound, passes it out to Flowers, and Flowers gets it up to Gavin. Gavin on the wing finds Campbell, and the Saints will take their time to set up their offense. With it is Campbell. Campbell looking for Warp, hands it off to him at the top. Warp drives in, picks it up, and we got a foul called, and that'll be 17th foul. So Warp will get to shoot a 1-and-1. That's a nice break for the Saints to find their way into the bonus on the other end.
Well, it is finally, and of course you got to make them. And Dane is a good free throw shooter.
Warp will step to the line for the front end of the 1-and-1. Saints lead by 5. 2 minutes, 36 seconds remain. 77-72 is your score on the Capital Collision Center scoreboard. Warp's first free throw is up, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net. He now has 22 on the contest, and right behind him, Jovan Slavankinen with 20. They're going toe-to-toe for the team lead in points. Second one up from Warp, and he knocks it down.
Those are big.
Warp and hits 2 and gives the Saints a 7-point lead. Darko Kelly up the court. He gets picked up by Ramirez, and a foul is called on Shamrock, I think, or Jovan Shamrock. I believe, that's his 4th, so that's not a good sign, but the Saints just getting called for so many fouls in the second half.
And the Argos are not making field goals. They're making free throws. And the clock is stopped. That's the worst part of it.
Yeah, getting those points back with no time running off as Hashley takes his first free throw, knocks it down. So he's got a nice looking left-handed shot there.
Oh, yeah. He's a player.
And he's a football player, too. He, of course, started out his college career at Montana State to play football and then made his way to Providence to play for Coach Keller. Offensive rebound off the miss. Darko Kelly puts it up, and that's a 3-point possession there for the Argos. That's big time. Cuts it down to a 4-point lead. A full timeout called by Coach Keller, so we'll take it as well. 2:25 left. Saints lead by 4. You're listening to Carroll Basketball on Rewind 94.9. Back from the timeout, it's Daniel Sally here, joined by the Hall of Famer Coach Gary Turcotte. 79-75, Saints in the driver's seat, up by 4. Very close ball game here, the final 2:25, and the Saints will look to get a bucket and try and add back on this lead as in a way, a 2-for-1 there off that last possession
big
for the
offensive
Argos.
rebound by Darko Kelly and a putback.
Warp will inbound and get it to Flowers. Full court man defense by Providence, but now they'll seg back, pressing on the inbounds pass. Flowers will work it across left to right. He'll get a screen up high from Slavankinen, take it off the dribble, pick up his dribble, get it out to Campbell. Oh, Campbell hacked by Cotton, no call. Works it out to the top. 10 on the shot clock now for the Saints. Campbell looking to get a screen from Ramirez. He gets a high ball screen. He drives, gets it out. Slovankinen's got to shoot. Three-pointer up from Jovan, no good. Offensive rebound brought down by Ramirez, and we got a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to favor Carroll. That's the timing there.
And Ramirez strong enough to hold off Hashley. Usually Hashley rips the ball out of your hands. Ramirez strong enough to hold on to it.
That's a lot of momentum on that fall with those two going to the ground.
Yeah.
So the Saints will get it back. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 1 minute 55 seconds left. Saints lead by 4. And they're looking to hang on against a Providence team who's been excellent this season. The Saints coming off their biggest win of the season last weekend at LC State, looking to replace that with another big win to clinch second place. Inbounding the ball will be Campbell. Campbell from the baseline looks inside, and he calls a timeout. That'll be, I'm looking at the wrong side. I thought it would be their last timeout, but Saints got 2 left. And I assume it'll be a full, but we're just going to go ahead and keep it right here. There's a minute 55 seconds left, 79-75. And Coach Turcotte, I don't want to say the Saints are hanging on for dear life because they've had the lead for probably 95% of this ball game so far. But what do they need to do?
Well,
what do they need to execute to hold on and get a win?
I'll tell you right now, the Argos that last couple of minutes have been able to deny the ball to Dane Warp. And Carroll needs to get the ball to Dane. Or Jovan in operating condition. Now Jovan's getting the ball, way too far away from the basket.
5 seconds left in the shot clock.
And too far away. They need to get the ball to Jovan on operating position around the basket, or Dane on a slash, or Dane on one-on-one. And the Argos are doing a good job of not letting Dane get a catch. And first of all, Carroll's got to get the ball inbounds on the out-of-bounds play, and they got 20 seconds to need to get the ball to Dane, let him go, or Jovan inside, one of the two.
If they can get that Dane Wart matchup on Brandon Cotton, he's got the length advantage, and he can get the best of them. We've seen it.
And he can make his free throws.
Yes, he can.
If he gets fouled,
Gosh, if Dane Warp could go to the line again, that would be a nice break for the Saints, too. But 79-75, Providence is taking the court. They're 5. It'll be Currington for what I assume are defensive purposes. He's joined by Cotton, Darko Kelly, Fowler, and Hashley. So the starting 5, but swap Currington out for Rasheed Stocks. 5 coming out for Carroll. It's Ramirez, Flowers, Slovankinen, Warp, and Campbell. And Ramirez in for OKK because OKK did foul out of this game a couple moments ago. Warp to inbound. He goes over the top and gets it into Ramirez. Ramirez will work it to the top of the key and hand it off to Campbell, and Campbell will set up the offense for the Saints. Campbell guarded by Cotton at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, gets it over to Warp. Warp's guarded by Darko Kelly, 8 on the shot clock. Warp goes to Ramirez. Ramirez elbow over the top to Slovankinen, off the glass, and it's good. What a beautiful play.
Perfect high-low execution by Carroll.
And the Saints have held off on the high-low all night, and we always talk about how Kurt saves it for coming out of the timeout. There it is. Darko Kelly down to the other end, puts it up, blocked by Ramirez, out of bounds. Last touch by the Saints. And Providence will keep it from the baseline as Coach Paulson barks out the defensive play call from the Carroll bench. And you can tell Coach Paulson coaching with a lot of intensity. He knows this is a big game. The shot clock stopped at 20, even though it needed to be reset anyway. So that's a nice break. And actually, it wouldn't have needed to be reset because it didn't hit the rim. Anyways, inbound to Darko Kelly. He drives on Ramirez. Step back jumper, no good. Hashley gets the offensive rebound, pulls it back, gets it to a cutting Fowler. Fowler goes up with it off the glass, and that one's good for 2. Nice play by the Argos to get Fowler bucket. Well, the Saints.
Big rebound by
ahead.
Hashley. Big rebound by Hashley to keep that alive.
The Saints looking for a bucket. Also have a nice chance here to run off some time. A minute left, 21 seconds on the shot clock for the Saints. 81-77. They lead by 4. Dennis Flowers with it, guarded by Caleb Currington at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 13. They get it to Warp. Warp makes a man miss. He drives, sends it out to Campbell. Open look from the corner. Shamrock Campbell for 3. And the Saints lead is back to 7, 84-77 with 43 seconds left. And the PE Center is rocking as Hashley takes the deep 3 on the other end. And that's not a good look for the Argos.
Great defense, Shamrock Campbell, who's guarding Darko Kelly now. And Shamrock is doing a great job on him.
Shamrock Campbell is doing his thing.
And he hit the 3.
And what's the call now? That's a funny sequence there. So Saints are getting ready to inbound, and they hadn't blown the whistle live yet because Coach Paulson's talking to the ref, and the ref's looking for him. Pass over the top. Ramirez runs it down, And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Providence. The Saints will keep it. They try to go for the Hail Mary there.
Fowler really hustled. He's just a freshman, and he is going to be a good player. Good defender.
Yes,
plays a lot of minutes. He doesn't need to score much on this team, but he can score.
And a lot of these guys on the court, I think all of them actually coming back for Providence next next season. So that's something to really be scared of almost. And a foul called, and Coach Paulson just coaching his tail off over there. That'll be on Cotton. Campbell will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1s. And this has been an intense last couple of minutes, but the Saints have answered the call in every way, shape, and form. Stepping to the line is Campbell. Campbell's first free throw up, and that one's good. And don't forget, coming up after the ball game, it's going to be the post-game show built by Builders First Source. We'll hear from Coach Paulson. Also going to maybe see if we can get Dane Warp on here again, talk to him before his senior night tomorrow, because he's had an amazing game. Free throw up from Campbell. He sinks them both. Campbell gets himself into double digits now with 11 points on the night. Darko Kelly running up the court. He'll probably pull up. Instead, he passes off to Cotton. Cotton drives in, gets it out to Wetzel, the three-point specialist. Good closeout by Campbell.
And they got a foul.
They got a foul on Campbell, so Wetzel will go to the line. I think they'll get it on the shot.
Yeah. And he'll shoot three.
So, luckily, the Saints up by 9, 86-77. And Wetzel will go to the line and shoot three. Campbell fouls out, and a standing ovation for Shamrock Campbell, and well-deserved. And nice to see his parents in the crowd again. And he is having such an incredible sophomore campaign. Yeah. You'd think he wasn't going to be able to outdo his freshman campaign, but here he is doing exactly that. And the way he stepped up as a leader on this basketball team. For a team that's lost so many upperclassmen and only has one senior, Shamrock stepped up.
Now, the Argos have got five guards in the ball game.
Wetzel's
right now,
first free throw's good.
They took Hashley out. So they got to foul, they got to press, they got to gamble. 25 seconds.
It's going to come down to the Saints making free throws.
Yeah.
Wetzel's second free throw is up. Speaking of makes, he knocks that one down. He'll have one more. And Wetzel rocking the rare T-shirt under the jersey with the shooting sleeve. Reminds me of Matt Howard from Butler about 10 years ago. Wetzel's third free throw is no good, so he makes two, misses one. Slavankinen gets the rebound, and these will be some big free throws for Jovan.
Yeah.
Still a 1-and-1 because that is their 9th team foul.
And that was intentional. They wanted to foul Jovan. That's who they wanted to foul.
And these are some big shots as the PE Center will go so quietly. You'll be able to hear a pen drop here in a second. And nice to see a good turnout tonight from Carroll, whether it be students, the locals.
Yeah.
Slavankinen step into the line. It's gone silent in the PE Center. Slavankinen's first free throw, front end of the 1-and-1, and it's nothing but net. How about that?
That's big.
Back to an 8-point Carroll lead with 24 seconds. Things are looking good for Coach Paulson. And this Carroll team, they've answered the bell tonight. My gosh. Slavankinen going to take his second. He does, and it rolls off the rim. No good. Fowler rebounds it, loses his balance, picks it back up, takes it up the court quickly. He drives in, kicks it out, looking for Wetzel, tipped out by Warp. And I just think it's interesting, and I said this the first time these teams played, in these late game situations, they don't go to Darko Kelly, they go to Wetzel.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Wetzel to inbound. He gets it into Darko Kelly. Darko Kelly double teamed. He drives in, throws down a dunk, so good for him to get his at the end of the ball game. The Saints will need to get the ball inbounded. Warp gets it into Flowers, and Flowers is fouled. And now with 13 seconds, the Saints in the lead by 6, looking to close this ball game out. And like Lyman had that three that we called the dagger, well, right now Dennis Flowers III has a chance to knock down a couple of dagger free throws. Nails in the coffin, as I like to call them. Dennis Flowers, first free throw up. And that one is no good off the back rim, but he'll have a chance to make one more. And don't forget, Saints fans, go to GoFundMe.com, search Jeff Shirley Leukemia Battle, donate to the cause. Jeff Shirley, ex-Carroll Saint, fighting leukemia right now. Second free throw up from Flowers, and he splits him. So the Saints still lead by 7. I'm guessing Darko Kelly's going to pull up here. He takes it in. He loses control. It's stolen by Flowers. He saves it, and Hillman will dribble this thing out, and the Saints will emerge victorious as Cotton goes off after the basketball, and there's no reason for that. Johnny Hillman will go to the free throw line for fun, and they'll get that foul on Wetzel. So Wetzel and Cotton both going after it. Wetzel with the contact. 0.9 seconds left on the clock. And you know what? The way I look at it, that just gives the Saints another chance for a standing ovation while these guys are still on the court.
Well, they actually have a chance to make 90, which is.
You said they'd need it.
I said they need 90.
Stepping in the line is Hillman. His first free throw's up, and that's off the rim. And they have struggled a little bit from the line.
Yeah.
11 of 17 now on the night. But it's not going to seem to matter. Hillman looking to take his second, and he knocks it down. And your final score here from the PE Center, it'll be 89 to 81 in favor of the Saints, as the Saints complete the sweep of Great Falls with the University of Providence, I should say. Final score, 89 to 81. We'll have the postgame show coming up next here on your home for the Saints, Rewind 94.9 and KCAP.com.